Barstool Rundown, live, driving down the streets of Beverly Hills, trying to get a TV deal.
I was going to say, I feel like I look fat unless I got... You got to go your arm down, I got to go...
I'm going to do forward?
Yeah.
Right. But then I probably look bigger.
You probably look...
Let's start with, first of all, 2 new hires in the Barstool world. PFT commenter and just proving, once again, that we are turning from a pirate ship into a battleship. The funniest, best people, I'm hiring them all. Credit, shout out to my brain. And also follow the new PFT Big Cat podcast. Shout out to me going back up the rankings now. I was number 1. I went to 25. I'm now number 8. Hopefully Big Cat PFT will take over number 1. KFC, you're languishing around 40 or 50, but we'll try to pick that up.
KFC should get a podcast. You should get one.
What percentage of you is upset at that we're moving up the rankings?
No, listen.
At lightning speed.
Hey,
you've been toiling away in your basement, just cobbling
had
together
to do
a
all the
podcast.
hard work. I didn't churn out podcasts for years.
Credit to KFC's brain.
I mean, I'm a trailblazer. I'm a pioneer, really, and you're just riding my coattails to the top. It's fine.
Except that we're in this couch area right here. The original Barstool Power Hour, which I invented, and
that
I was the first
stunk.
one. Big Cat was a caller. That's how
bad it was.
That's how
bad it was.
That's how cutting edge that was.
That's how bad it was.
Let's get into, first of all, anything to say about PFT and Big Cat.
It's going to be great. They're 2 talented people. PFT, so Pardon My Take, is the new show. It's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 Eastern. It's going to be a lot of sports talk. We're not going to cut in on the rundown or mail
are
time.
people going to get seasick? I can see like the camera moving so much.
That'll be fine.
For the first time ever, Barstool's actually thought some things through. So we actually, it might seem like we don't know what we're doing anymore. We actually thought about when to release podcasts and what the topics are going to be and who's going to do what. So it should be just more content that fills everything. We're not going to cannibalize each other.
That guy's got to clean up his grammar, though. He makes all his grammar mistakes and all his
He doesn't
blogs.
really know how to spell. He's kind of like Dave in that respect. And then it's going to be a great...
And I will say this, the PFT commenter like thing and how he intentionally spells things wrong, believe it or not, was a real serious discussion whether we could hire him.
That's how stupid our readers are. Are they actually going to understand?
Hold on. That's how stupid Dave is, because Dave, I've been asking Dave to hire PFT for 2 years, credit to my brain, and Dave likes to wait and let things marinate so that he thinks he came up with the idea himself. So he called me in the fall and was like, we should hire this guy. And I said, did you notice that it's satire and he's spelling things incorrectly on purpose? And Dave said, no, I did not notice. So Dave thought PFT was spelling things correctly. So that is credit to your brain again, Dave.
Credit to your big dumb brain.
Spelling is the lowest form of intelligence. I've said that a million times. There was also, PFT said, we're not...
Are we referring to him as PFT?
Yes,
okay.
PFT.
Yes. Got it.
The other thing I was going to say is... all the people taking shots at us. He worked at SB Nation. He's friends with those people. Some of them, some not. But I have 48 hours till I can start attacking people back. So get your shots in now before I come heavy artillery back.
Point is, though, at the end of the day, he's very, very talented. It's all good things. The more talent, the better. Barstool's on the up and up.
Let's start with Erin Andrews. This story back in the news because she is in court right now, crying her pretty little face off, and a lot of...
How's your tit situation?
It's a slim fit shirt, and it's not doing well in this car.
Am I allowed?
Well, it's also you're kind of propping them up.
I don't know what to do.
Can we continue? Can we continue? We don't want this to be a 4-hour thing.
Oh boy, this is definitely making me uncomfortable. Continue.
Erin Andrews. So in court, under oath, has said ESPN forced her before they would let her go back on air, that she had to go do an interview with Oprah and say it was not a publicity stunt. So clearly ESPN originally thought what I thought. Marriott, she's suing for $75 million. Marriott has said, we don't owe her a dime because she made more money because of this stunt. So I wrote a blog, very gallant of me today. I don't know what to believe anymore with this. I guess David Barrett Jones, or whatever his name is only in jail for 2 years.
We just went through.
You could have died, Hank. You could have died.
All-time creep name, by the way. David Barrett Jones.
All-time creep name.
That's a bad triple name.
So what are we thinking now on this whole Erin Andrews? And I said, if I am wrong, I do apologize. What do you got, KFC, on this Erin Andrews?
This is everybody's first reaction, is that it's a publicity stunt. Like, on some level, you think, like, did she do it on purpose? Did she not? Did she enjoy it? Did she exploit it? And when when everybody thinks that, from ESPN down to smut bloggers like yourself, I feel like there's a little bit of truth to it. And the reality is, like, she didn't take it and run with it the way Kardashian might have or something like that, but she benefited so much from it. Her entire career and her entire, like, foray into superstardom was really because of that. The only thing I will say, though, is that did they
Wait, who benefited so much?
Erin Andrews.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
You don't think she became
You
don't think she became a household name?
No, I think she already was. It wasn't like Kardashian.
A household name.
I think it was.
Like, you think that, like, my mom would know who Erin Andrews was before?
Oh, I don't know about your mom. Your mom knew that because of the Peephole?
When she was in the front page
She's
news
on
of being,
Oprah.
yeah, she went on Oprah. If you don't, when you go from sideline reporter to Oprah, you are in a whole new level of fame.
That's Oprah
Okay,
is
that's
your
fair.
look.
But I guess I think Kardashian was an absolute nobody who would still be a nobody if she didn't make a sex
Correct.
tape.
But my point more was that Kardashian intentionally ran with it, whereas Erin Andrews didn't. But I think they both benefited.
Yeah. But that is what would make a genius.
My take on it is ESPN looks like scumbags for basically harassing someone who, had a People video made of them, and it makes us stronger. More people coming out. You see the dirty laundry. Look, we might be rough around the edges, but we're not creeps. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't make someone do that. That was fucked up. So we just look better.
I would try to leverage it for our advantage.
But you wouldn't say you can't go back on the air unless you go and say that it wasn't a publicity. That's fucked up.
No, but we'd have a sit down and say we're gonna milk this for every cent.
Yeah, but we wouldn't make demands.
Next up, Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football. This guy's got to be the biggest idiot in the world. I'd still party with Johnny. I think you said you wouldn't, Big Cat. We wouldn't hit women. I'm very much against that. But what is he doing letting everyone tape him?
Did you see his hat yesterday, too?
Yeah,
all-time bad hat.
I just don't understand.
Carmelo's hats are better.
That was white guys can't wear hats. Dave, you'd wear a hat like that and think it was cool.
He still might.
No, I didn't wear sunglasses to our meetings because I thought I'd intimidate people because I looked too good in them.
Johnny Football is, at this point,
Johnny Football's
if
a
he
loser.
dies in the next year, would you be shocked?
Who would you care?
No,
I would.
Well, Dave would, but would you be shocked if he was, at this point, he's given up. He doesn't care. I guess Jerry Jones, and maybe Jerry Jones has a contract waiting for him, but what team is going to sign him now?
No, that dude, and the fact that he keeps letting himself get filmed is the major red flag in a way, because it means he truly doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Whatever it's going to be, he's going to do it out and do it publicly. So he is completely toxic.
And I need to remind everyone watching at home, once again, no one has ever been more wrong about something than Dave Portnoy was wrong about Johnny Football.
I still haven't thrown in the towel on that. Steve Ballmer, dunk your boy Big Cat.
This guy, that dunk, it was like a whole planned skit. He had Condor, what's the name of the... Chuck the Condor, all-time bad mascot. They unveiled it, and then they had this whole thing where Ballmer had to dunk to get everyone free shoes. Ballmer is exactly how I would own a team.
Why are there not more Ballmers? That's the thing.
A trampoline dunk at halftime when you're a billionaire is so awesome. I love this guy, and it was exactly how you'd expect. Him running up wasn't very athletic. He barely got there, and then he lost his mind when he jammed it home. And it was the weakest dunk ever off a trampoline.
But normal people like me and you say that all the time. If I owned a team, this is how I would do it. Why don't actual owners do it? He's the only one. I'd be fucking throwing parties and skits and jokes and scams all day long.
If I owned a team, I would play.
Well, yeah,
we know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
We're talking about halftime shows. I'd have the dog races. I'd have a greyhound race during the halftime show that you could bet on.
Yo, and free shoes for the whole fucking stadium.
Awesome.
I'd go to the Clippers games all the time.
Do we have anything else?
We had one other, right?
No. There was some sort of high class. There was some sort of fight with a squash thing that looked funny, but we can't see that because we're driving.
Oh, we're 1 for 1 on meetings. Crush them all.
First meeting, I didn't think. I don't know why people can't. This show, The Rundown, on TV is a #1 hit. I don't understand why people can't see that. But it is, and someone's going to do it, and they're going to be like, oh, this is brilliant. No shit, it's brilliant. It's an idea that marinated in my head forever. We want every funny person. Looks like a lot of fancy restaurants around here. We got to eat. That's the rundown. Is there anything later? Are you sick, Mike?
I just have a cough.
Oh, Hank's sick too.
You let him in the car?
Remember the New York driver?
Oh my God!
The New York driver.
Yeah, the New York.
Cut it,
The
Hank.
New York. Wait, no. Keep this on. The New York driver, because we never got to tell this story. Because remember, we couldn't tell anyone that we were in New York. So we were in New York. Kevin and I were. Kevin's in New York. I flew to New York. Dave, Kevin, and I went around looking at office space in like November. Mm-hmm. The car.
One car all day long.
One car all day long was coughing. Dave had his head out the window the entire time.
I will say this in defense of Dave.
It was disgusting.
It was straight like Ebola. It was like from out of outbreak. He was driving and the whole time he was like, and Dave legit had his head out the window.
No, you were the one I wouldn't let him touch my credit card, right?
Yeah, no, Dave, he had an iPad that Dave had to sign, and Dave just
Sure, and I was
signed it
supposed to
himself.
pay the bill for this car. They ran.
Dave
They
just said,
stuck
sign it
me with the
yourself. I
bill.
don't want to touch
Didn't
the
you
iPad.
run into like a bodega and try to get hand sanitizer?
Yes.
And they almost
just poured
gave you
straight
vodka, right?
alcohol on
They gave him vodka to rub his hands with.
Right next to the office that you picked.
Yeah.
Oh man, you are the worst germaphobe. You're a noodle, so
I like
noodles,
to stay healthy, and your livelihoods depend on my brain functioning at 110%. And I've said this, in LA, I work 32-hour days. I wake up at 5 a.m. because it's 8 a.m. West Coast to East Coast time. I work till 3, and then I wake up at 3:10 and work till 5 when I wake up. It's a joke. Can you... All right, that's the rundown.
There's like 3 wake-ups there.
32-hour days.
Sleep.